You've got Tiny Wisp, which is really hard to gank into as well because, I mean, GH is just really good on the hero, so he plays his spacing very well. Hard to catch that hero. And then what MCs is a Quap, which I guess that's the one hero maybe you could shut down.
I mean, they might put MC on Tiny.
Yeah,
Quap mid, so
they could just easily do that.
So what does Liquid need to do?
Liquid just need to survive. I feel like they've got 3 core heroes that's going to outscale.
Yeah.
They just play slow.
Survive, play the late game, and they're Gucci. All right, we're going to find out what's going to happen here. It is time for the second game of our winners bracket finals here for Group A. Over to Lyrical and Fog.
Thank you so much, Shiva, on the panel. And yet again, game number 2, Team Liquid versus LGD. My man Fogged. It's a bit of a different draft. There's another PL in it, but no Lone Druid this time. How you feeling about it?
We got maybe Shadow Fiend. I mean, he did dismantle complexity early with it, but I'm gonna go back and say that's the first time I've heard Shiva ever say Gucci. Pointing that one out, guys. But I did like it.
Things. That's great.
This should be fun. LGD's got a lot more team fight aspect in this lineup because last time they had a little bit more of they need to stall the game really and take it on. While this time it's a little bit of the opposite. LGD wants to come out ahead in the laning to not get run over, so then they can actually take these mid-game fights. But Liquid picked more of these like lane dominators with that Queen of Pain last pick.
You know, you're talking a little bit about change in style. You saw there of the player shots that they definitely look a lot more serious, a lot more intense. Maybe feeling a little bit upset about that last game. It's definitely frustrating to play against the Lone Druid and, of course, end up going down in that one. But on the other side, Liquid, they're feeling very comfortable with themselves. We went to the back room. GH was just looking. He's like, "You see, I died again. They kept killing me."
Yeah. It was actually really funny hearing him back there. We're like, "So GH, was that Timbersaw recall intentionally?" He's like, "No, but we can say yes." So that was, I mean, I love talking to those guys. I love when we get time to actually like sit back with them and watch like the replays and the highlights of the games and get their thoughts as well.
Definitely.
It's really neat.
Well, Rune's going to be traded out here. LGD going to pick up 2. Look like Liquid will secure 2 runes for Miracle as well. Make his way off to the mid lane where already there's a little bit of a block going on for him. But Matumba Man going into the off lane 1v1 versus the Omni Knight.
Yeah, they wanted that matchup. They want the Lycan versus Omni and they want the Tiny versus that PL.
Well, we're going to have the classic 2v2 in the mid lane. You know, you talked about the lane domination that you get out of the Queen of Pain. Does that really change a lot when you got others as the toss goes out onto FY? Does it change to less dominant when you got a bunch of heroes in the mid lane?
It's 2 ranged heroes, and Disruptor is not one of those really strong laners. Can get punished super heavily. If he gets lifted out of position, he can actually just die to the right clicks from these 2. So I think that Liquid is a little bit happier with their mid lane matchups.
Well, and taking a look at this little matchup as well up top. Tiny and Io, the classic combination. Can be a little bit rough sometimes, at least at level 1, if GH doesn't take enough damage to get that heal coming through. But later on, you know, level 2, you got overthrow. I keep wanting to say overthrow, but overcharge as well as mind control. Looking to try and take out Ame here. They have the toss back onto GH, the burrow strike to try and turn it. Xnova's made this rotation as well, and now GH trying to walk away from it. He is going to be able to outplay them and just back away with the bottle there. The regen coming in. They're going in with Kuro. The lift, the pullback. Ame in no man's land. He does still manage to at least get a little bit of a slow off GH. Another toss, throwing that guy out of the game. Now burrow strike onto Kuro. The walk away. Fade Bolt lowing it down. They get the bottle regen onto him as well. FY in trouble. They find 2.
Clutch rotation coming out from Kuro there. It almost looked a bit scary for a second, but as soon as they saw Kuro coming in, they're like, uh-oh. And really nice toss back plays by MC.
Yeah, I think did he toss him 3 times?
And he did toss him 3 times.
He doesn't need the talent.
That delicious mana, dude, that delicious mana cost. It's only 90 at level 1. It makes it so much better for those instances. Kuro could be in some trouble here.
Well, GH is there to hold his hand, and they just back out, so. Why? Does he have boots? FY's moving and scutting along pretty fast right there, as they'll be able to, again, force away that Sand King.
Applies the caustic on GH and an instant lane switch coming out from LGD. They send the PL bottom so that he can actually farm because it's too much pressure versus Tiny and Io. That's why we've been seeing, I mean, Tiny being picked so often, and I was a bit surprised to actually see them pick that PL into the Tiny.
Oh,
mid lane.
They got themselves SF, maybe trying to turn this one. He gets 2 raises, not a third though, and FY, this is stun on Miracles. These 2 are gonna gen back up yet again, and Miracle thinking about going back in. This guy's crazy.
Man. GH getting bottom rune too. Rune control, super important as IO. That's why we've been seeing a lot of teams not picking it so much. Oh, the toss back, MC into the tower.
Again. Yeah, and he is in no man's land now. The slow
okay.
Matumba Man, he's blocked by his wolf, so. Oh, he took one more hit. Look at that. They're going to chase him down. He's got enough regen.
Yeah.
Saab is there also.
That's a bit closer than I thought it would be.
Lane,
mid.
Kuro caught again. Pulled back in. Finds the kill. GH now also in trouble. They need to get the TP out of there, and GH is gone. 1-3. A lot of lane switching going on.
Yep.
Omni Knight is top CS right now, though. In spite of against that Lycan early on, he's still having a good time.
That's a trade farm lane. Neither of them can really pressure each other so much because Lycan has such an absurd amount of regen. Omni kind of works in the same way with purification.
So do you think we're going to keep on seeing these rotations around with LGD trying to make stuff happen, or do you think that things are going to settle down a little bit?
I think now they're going to start to settle. The supports, of course, are going to be moving, but I think the core heroes, now they've got the matchups that they wanted.
The go call as quick shot for players.
Matu looks so serious.
I know he does.
I don't think I've ever seen him look that serious in person.
Well, we get to see it through there. A little blurry, but it's fine. Miracle down on low HP here and has 8 stick charges.
Yeah, it looks like he ate a double raise.
There's something, I don't remember who it was that was talking about it, but he always ends up trying to buy a ton of sticks and fairy fires in his mid lane matchups, looking for that outplay.
He always does look for the outplay. This is the Queen of Pain, the build that we've been seeing a lot. Just
Right,
double
of
no
course.
wand. He can even get a raindrop out so he can survive a bit more, but first wanting to make sure he can have that sustain. Bottle is a dead item on mid heroes. Oh look, a regen top. See that one? Maybe does not want him to get that.
I mean,
Oh, but unable to stop it.
yeah, that's a Queen of Pain, right?
Yep.
Like, you're going to get that. Bottom lane, there was a rotation by the IO, and...
Oh wow,
Burrow.
they actually moved Ame up top. I guess that they rotated bottom with the Tiny, so they had to rotate away.
All right.
So just wanted to keep that matchup going. They want to have the PL versus Lycan so he can free farm.
Punish, punish, punish whenever possible. GH looking to slow down. There's no points in repel right now for Omni Knight. A little bit wary as soak up experience on the other side of the tree.
Just trying to keep that pressure up.
But they got him.
Smoke.
FY here as well. Avatar's trying to run. They focus now onto GH, but he's away from that kinetic field, and Mind Control's still beating away here at FY. And well, GH, now they've got the regen coming in from the IO. He's always there to help out his buddy. As FY trying to run away, they're still chasing. Kuro's going to be there with the lift also if they need to. Another toss-up, another Fade Bolt, and they get that kill. Now Chalice, maybe going to be body blocked as well as he's run off the other side. Wants it, Kuro doesn't connect the purification. The toss back onto the creeps. Chalice, he's left all alone. He does have a TP off cooldown now, but disables are abound. And Chalice trying to see if he can make this happen, but another lift, another catch, another turn. Avalanche can't go for the TP, but they bring in more. It doesn't even need to be. They take down IO.
Liquid stacked their disables there with the toss and the lift, but it was also going to be a little bit tough to bring it down with the sinking rotation.
Yeah.
But they're keeping the pressure going on the side of Liquid. And this is creating that space for that top lane. You see Lycan full free farming, Queen of Pain getting that trade farm versus Shadow Fiend, and here they go again.
Does have a purification, but the toss back, orbs are going to connect, and they get that kill onto the Omni Knight.
The raindrops being a big deal here for LGD. One of the best items, if not the best item versus Tiny early game. That's why the hero kind of died at one point till he got changed, was that raindrop item. So we will be seeing a lot of those picked up in this early game.
Trying to chase the spirits, but not going to be there. Chalice shows up as well. You know, taking a look at the CS, it still looks like LGD is having a great time in all 3 of their lanes, but the net worth still skewed a little bit into the favor of Liquid.
Yeah. Just with all those rotations from the lanes, right?
Yeah.
Having to get Ame always up versus that Lycan, not versus that Tiny. Very important for them. Matu looks like he might be rotating toward mid, perhaps, for a shapeshift play to kind of go for that dive. He's dominating a creep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like he wants to. They want to dive this Shadow Fiend.
Summon all
Here we
the
go.
heroes. X-Nova there. They go forward. The Burrow, though, to turn it. This could end up working out okay. He pops the Mango, but maybe he's already gone.
Man.
They find 2 with that Sonic Wave, and now FY going to be blocked in and, well, clap dead as well as they slow him down. Don't quite hit with the Scream. Another Burrow onto 3. But it's just delaying the inevitable. FY falls also.
Love those kind of rotations when you see Lycan players do that. They just leave their lane as soon as they hit 6, grab a creep with Dominator, and go. Especially versus a hero like Shadow Fiend, who is very susceptible to those heroes that can just run at you. Good aggression coming out from Liquid. Even though LGD were kind of there ready for it, just they got outnumbered.
Really speaks to the strength of that hero, Lycan.
Can they get the glimpse? X-Nova's trying to.
I mean, they're also doing a lot of damage with these guys.
It's on cooldown still. I didn't realize he only was level 1.
Tomato's just punching him. And he's going to back out again as they find that kill. So that's a good bit of gold going the way of maybe.
The acquiring some souls as well.
Why? Gets hit with the dagger. They're thinking about going in. I always want to pause as they're having some audio issues, it looks like. But they have 4 heroes here mid. What's the situation with TP on the PL and others? Would they want to make a rotation if a fight breaks out?
If it's a dive, yeah. I think it'd be more likely be the Omni Knight who should TP.
Okay.
Since PL is now getting a lot of space up top, there's no one there contesting him. He's hitting tower.
2 to 8. Quick look at the players here. Figure out what the heck's going on. GH looks happy about it.
He's playing Io. Of course he's happy, man.
When is that guy not happy?
They're having some issue.
So it is kind of one of those situations too in the early game where the balls perfectly.
Yeah, definitely.
They look so happy. Giggling away.
But still some problems. But yeah, looking at this laning phase, I mean, it's still super even. Liquid maybe getting a little bit of advantage of that gold and that experience just because of all those kills early on. But, you know, as we said, kills early on, they're not as impactful as they were once. Still going to help a bit because getting these kills does allow GH to have that rune control as the IO, which I think is the most important for them in the early game, so he can keep that aggression going from lane to lane.
Right. Seeing those level 6s come out as well, those first couple of ones, they used them perfectly in concert. You've got that Lycan shapeshift like you were talking about, and then set up with the same time that the Queen of Pain got 6.
Yeah, that was a perfect rotation by Liquid coming out there.
And
LGD,
likewise, it was LGD like being prepared for it, but
yeah, they need to have. I mean, if anything, they have to have the Omni there, but he can't. Predicting those type of movements is just pretty much impossible. It was too fast by Liquid.
people always say play fast. Is that what they talk about? Those types of movements? Or just, okay.
It's just about the no hesitation, right? It's not like, oh, he's level 8 and then he does that shapeshift gang. No, it was like level 6, dominates the creep, gets the hell in there as soon as they hit the co-op 6, like you were saying. Well, it looks like they have fixed the issue. Hopping back into the game.
Patiently waiting off to the side as well. Doesn't look too happy about it.
The level 6s will be pretty neat because probably the big one for the other big one for the supports on the side of Liquid is that Rubik 6, since he's playing versus that Omni Knight and Sanking. He can get some very nice steals, as the panel was mentioning. Versus Requiem versus Shadowfiend later, he can get Requiem and stuff too. But more so, you'll be stealing from Omni and Sanking in the mid.
Great spells. Or Glimpse. Amazing too.
Bit harder to get.
Right.
Omni, you're always going to get something good. You're going to get Repel, you're going to get Heal, you're going to get GA. Those are dream. They're going to put Kuro in that off lane to try to get his levels up.
And low on mana, but perfectly fine with everything.
Oh, the stun.
Nicely done. Toss the hit. He's gone.
Woo. As soon as he runs next to a Tiny, he just gets walloped.
As soon as they start the game, he gets walloped. That's gotta feel bad. He's like sitting around this whole time. I gotta wait some more. Goodness. Chalice now spots out Kuro. Gonna try and push him away so we can't get that level 6 easy. But of course, there's not really here you can bowl with. He's gonna TP to the bottom. Or it looks like maybe they want to mount a defense.
Should be a hard one though.
Yeah,
this tower looks quite dead here. However, they're bringing more heroes in. They should be able to get some catches, at least on GH.
Oh, a lot of damage, getting that extra movement speed. They turn it back around though. There's the stomp onto 2. They're trying to deal the damage here. They did take down Io, but is it going to cost them too much? Matumba Man decides he doesn't want to be here anymore. Ame is going to chase him till the ends of the earth. The wolf is being run. No, he canceled it. He wasn't able to make it happen. So, at the end of the day, Lycan is fast enough.
Lycan is definitely fast enough. They get GH, but lose the tower.
Done there by Mike. That last hit.
Yep.
Plays.
2K lead for Liquid. Now the supports, this is where we see the level 6 come up, and now top, Ame again gets tossed up.
Oh, Spirit's hitting. He wants to go at GH, but this is, again, a lot of damage. Stick is there. Raise on 1. Can they do any more? They pull him back in. They've got the overcharge. They're trying to do it. They almost find the kill there onto Ame. Maybe another toss trying to hide in the trees. He is hiding away there as Mind Control throws the avalanche. Ame doesn't want to go back in to help him out. They wait for the toss, and then they go in. Great play by LGD. Miracle shows up, though, and maybe enough space has been made that Miracle finishes him off.
Ame's illusion micro just really playing with Liquid there. That was beautiful. Liquid does get a kill now bottom on that Disruptor while he's trying to get 6. I love when I see those kind of plays though, the little like juke back and forth. They're like, oh, he has 17 stick charges, he runs away, re-engages over and over again. Both of them were toying with that. My control with those 17 stick charges, Ame as well. Same thing with Maybe. Those kind of battles are great early on.
Well, and that's the type of thing that I think people might not have been expecting. If you haven't been paying attention to the Chinese scene, people just hear about Newbie, this great team. They're expecting to see Newbie Liquid in the finals, but LGD is a powerhouse. Yeah. It's really a great bunch of guys playing Dota. And
super high-skilled individual players. Their mechanics are top-notch.
Number Man, again, going to keep the pressure on with the catapults here. Does he have Dominator up to take that catapult?
It is off cooldown if he wants to. He does have the troll on it for now.
It's not falling yet is the nice part. It's Miracle.
Miracle goes for a dive. He gets the Disruptor.
Mid lane, maybe some more action still going on as they're looking for the chase, and GH trying to get him out of there is not going to happen. They lose GH, and Doppelganger again to take that off. FY takes some damage. Miracle backs out.
We'll be able to claim another tower here early on with Lycan getting a good surge of gold for his supports. The level 6s are online on the supports on the side of Liquid, and Rubik, as we saw, he did steal the Purification nice and early, so Kuro, a very happy man. Toss in.
Oh, Purification.
The lift.
Kuro, they pull him. There's going to be the chase, trying to get anything out. Purification and Repel, but Guardian Angel also needs... Did they break his TP with that net? He doesn't find a way out of there. He might be in trouble. They're not going to chase. Everybody rotated in.
They forced a lot of reactions, and now they force GA as well.
Yeah. So they're going to instead decide to push because there's nothing really online to stop them.
Yeah, there's no Disruptor ulti is the big one. Sand King does have ult, but that's more of a hero that relies on the blink dagger to get that big ulti off. Engaging onto Chalice.
He might get level 6 off of all these reloads. They kill, they turn it back around. GH went right into hell, but they might still be able to find this kill here onto Maybe. Now he's going to be able to walk away. X-Nova does have 6 now. This is a great setup. If they can find Miracle, Static Storm, maybe thinking about going down. They drop it onto his head, and they find the kill. Great play there as well from LGD. Mind Control caught on the right of the edge of the kinetic field. Avalanche trying to make this happen. The Purification, they turn it around with another Purification, and Rubik is eventually going to be able to make that happen, but will be punished. LGD again striking back. Another Purification from Kuro, stealing Burrow Strike, but it's not enough.
Just shy on mana for that Burrow. He almost was able to get FY. A little bit of an ambitious relocate by Liquid there, but LGD in the perfect position to punish that. X-Nova and Maybe. X-Nova in that tree line getting the kinetic field on multiple heroes, but Maybe getting those clutch rages out. He also used 14 tread swaps during that fight on the Shadow Fiend. Very impressive.
Wow. Sure that those were all perfect for him. As Miracle again going to push towards mid and blink out before the Shadow Fiend gets within range.
That was nice patience by X-Nova too. He had the ulti and he held it for a moment, just letting Miracle get a little bit more over cocky and then using it on him.
Yeah, it should be noted as well that before that fight, X-Nova had 500 net worth and now at 1450 off of one engagement.
It was a big fight for LGD.
He's almost got himself Arcanes actually off of that one.
See the build coming out from Ame here? Not going for the diffuser, he's going for SNY.
Wow.
So he wants to be a little bit more stat heavy and tanky, and being able to chase down and just straight up fight versus the vert through that Lycan Tiny.
Is there anything that you really lose out on by not having that diffusal blade in this type of a game?
A lot of damage.
Okay.
You lose out on a lot of damage because then your illusions are pretty insignificant. You do more damage, but you probably do a little bit less, but your illusions do way, way less. Liquid. Going for the dive. They want this tier 2 here.
Oh my god, they're all there. The vision, they might not realize that they're all coming in as Mind Control throws out the Avalanche onto 2. They get him as well. Sonic Wave, it's onto 2 of them as well. Chalice is low, but they're starting to bring in the rest of them. There's the Static Storm down, and Matamba Man controlled for the moment. 1 raise, 2 raise, connects onto them. Kuro is going to fall here, but they've already lost the Sand King and the Omnia and the Disruptor and pretty much everybody. Requiem, it's almost there. The Avalanche from Mind Control saving the day, and they get the relocate out. Matamba Man still living. GH, they want to take down that Besquiaio, and he is eventually going to fall. They bomb back on the Sand King. He wants to get back into this. He does connect there. Matamba Man falling. Miracle, can he do enough? He takes down another. Triple kill for Ame, but he is going to fall nonetheless. And FY scouted out, ran down, Burrow Strike. He might still keep going for this. Miracle never is going to stop. They get that kill. Double for him. LGD still fighting this. X-Nova TP's in. He wants to find this kill here as well. And with Chalice in the area, Glimpse, they pull back Miracle. They try to kill him. Are they going to get him? He's bottling. He's living. He wants to kill him. X-Nova, he blinks away. The Miracle, it's not going to happen.
Gets him.
Oh my God, Miracle. Is he going to live through this? No,
He's gonna
There's no way. There's no way. How does he get out?
Those tread swaps were really clutch actually from Miracle there. Switching to strength treads during all that engagement.
Oh no, maybe he's thinking about going back in. Miracle, tempting fate.
Miracle wants him. He wants to go in. Oh, he's gonna go back this time.
Yeah, that's the call off. We don't need to do it. Kuro's chasing though. Mind Control is here also. They get into range. They want to toss somebody forward for this one.
This fight has been going on for like 3 minutes around this tier 2. Liquid just constantly wanting to keep the aggression up, keeping LGD on their toes, not letting them slow down the pace at all.
Yeah.
Miracle, is that I think that's a full Orchid finished up on that Queen. It is a full Orchid at 15 minutes on Miracle here.
I can't believe he got out from there.
That was... It looked like the Omni Knight could actually have healed one of the creeps and maybe burst him down, but he went to heal the Disruptor.
Right.
So it was maybe a slight little play there coming out, but either way, clutch little man up coming out from Miracle. And them just having that sentry behind the tower is really what allowed him to get the Sand King and just keep fighting constantly.
Yeah, they're going to get a couple of D wards here though, for sure, as no way you take that fight for that long without some kind of vision. 5,000 net worth lead right now for Liquid. How does this compare to... Oh no, there's the reveal of the Orchid and Miracle. Sonic Wave, it connects. He's going to die to that one.
You know,
Nice little trip back to his side of the map. Man.
now they might know that there's a ward there now, just from that aggressive blink. But
How does this compare to last game in the lone druid who was taking over as... Oh yeah, I can't even say it. There's Requiem, maybe gonna make it happen. Mind Control only brought down a half HP from that one, and the rest of the team showing up, that's gonna end up being a dead Omni Knight. They steal Repel before he gets away, and maybe Chase is gonna die. It's all falling apart for LGD. Kuro, they even get the stun on the lift back. He repels himself so he doesn't take damage. The rest of his team has left Kuro all alone, but it almost doesn't matter. And now the lift, they're going to have it not quite in time, and yeah, it was 10 seconds away. I thought he'd used it earlier.
the build coming out from Kuro is actually letting them do a lot more damage burst-wise. You see it has a max no field and only 1 in lift.
Wow.
To amplify the damage from both the Tiny and the Queen of Pain. Really making a good amount of difference, but this tankiness coming out from Liquid, they're just withstanding through the damage coming out from LGD, and like we were saying, not slowing down at all, not giving LGD the time to farm that Blink Dagger on the Sand King, which would really enable them to take those fights in here.
Kuro is starting to fall to this one.
He's dead.
Eventually it goes down, but nonetheless, 17 to 25. LGD backed up at this point.
Got 42 kills in 17 minutes. Like, this is actually absurd.
This is a ridiculous game. That fight down bottom just kept on going, and I guess all of it. 15 minutes in, they're moving again towards bottom. Sand King just trying to farm stuff up there, but with Lycan in the area,
I mean, they're really just not letting the Sand King get that Blink Dagger. Disruptor gets picked off very quickly by Miracle.
it just happens in an instant. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So far ahead. He's got that level 15 attack speed talent on top of Tread's Orchid. Does a lot of right-click damage with that Queen of Pain now too. LGD, they need to be able to get those fights when they're all kind of grouped up, but Liquid's not letting them really do that group up because they do have good team fight with the Sand King, with Omni, Disruptor, a Shadow Fiend. There is a huge amount of fight potential, but yeah, the split up by Liquid is just a bit too fast at the moment.
More D-wards going, trying to limit that vision to the best of their ability. I think Matumba Man as well does have that Necro Book level 3, so when they pop that, yeah, they're quite farmed. The Shadow Fiend is feeling really killed in this game right now.
Yeah, he's starting to fall a bit behind, honest. And the PL though is keeping up. Ame is you know, he's up there. He's very close to Miracle's net worth, and he's gonna have Diffusal online in the next few moments. Level 16 as well on PL.
A couple of talents working for him.
Yep.
X-Nova, maybe... Oh yeah, he realizes that it's an illusion, so... Possibly gonna get baited into a problem, though. Throw an illusion, we kill you. There was a relocate used as well.
He was probably trying to see if anyone was sitting behind that Disruptor.
Gotcha. GH is gonna head away.
FY. He's got the Blink Dagger.
All right.
It's gonna be a key for them to try to get these fights.
Dota 2 time. He gets to play now.
Yeah.
So what are they looking to do with this Blink Dagger now? Is it just wait for a good defense opportunity, or can they? It's really hard to get aggressive in this game, isn't it?
Because it's Liquid on the aggressive. That's probably the most part why. But yeah, they're probably going to have to play a little bit more defensive with that blink. Maybe fight around the Roche pit with an Epi. That's probably the biggest one. I think if Liquid sees Epicenter go off elsewhere, they're going to go straight into the Roche pit.
Maybe waiting as well for the PL top lane.
Did they end up catching him? No, he's getting the TP out. He all smoked up.
Tumba Man. They run into him. Burrow Strike. Nicely played. That's everything dropped on the Tumba Man. They get that kill.
Very nicely done. As soon as they get the blink, they get themselves a very, very high worth.
Just that vision. You know, it's so important to be able to spot those heroes out.
Can they get anything out of it, though? They want to be able to get at least a tower off of a kill like that. Otherwise, the kills without objectives aren't really that value.
Looking at least for now like they need to wait for a creep wave before they can get mid. And Liquid will have shapeshift back off cool, or rather because he didn't use it at all.
Once he's back alive, yeah. LGD's not going to be able to claim an advantage off of that. Just some net worth, some farming it that they can get once the like instead, not a tower. Miracle almost going to have that Linken's finished up. See a couple big items being picked up on both sides.
So I remember last game it felt like there was this, you know, looming threat of LGD becoming almost unstoppable with the Storm Spirit and the PL. Is it a similar type of game with this PL here?
Not so much this game because Liquid has that tri-core running for them. They have this Tiny who can stand toe-to-toe versus the PL if he gets items online. And then Lycan as well can kind of eat him, and they have good ways to clear the illusions out with these heroes. So this time it is not that easy, but they do have that team fight aspect.
Right.
With Omni Knight, with Disruptor, and Sand King.
Taking good fights to key back into this one.
Yeah.
Oh, Liquid. I mean, their tier 2 tower assaulted. They do have the Lincoln Spear, like you said, on that Queen of Pain.
Much harder for him to go down now. Blocking that Burrow, blocking Glimpse.
And a movement towards mid. They have any smokes or anything? It doesn't look like it, but Matumba Man is over there. Mid lane as well. Does have Necrobook level 3, thinking about going here onto maybe the rest of the heroes are in the area and maybe realizing that this is not quite possible. They do have the Purge for GA if they need it, but no, it's just not going to happen.
Oh, just gets a ward. He spotted that a bunch of heroes were there. If it was maybe just one, oh man, bottom.
Oh, that's really rough. And I mean, that's so easy to happen over and over again. There's Smokus though is moving forward. He wants to get GH. He's not going to head it though. Have a toss, the turn. They get the relocate out. The Glimpse really well played there. Mind control, Invis, but now he's going to be Yule Sceptered up. Requiem comes out. It's down to half HP. They try and find the kill and they will get it.
Very nice Glimpse by X-Nova.
Right. LGD pulls something together there and managed to get a kill in return.
That was a very quick smoke rotation coming out from LGD. No hesitation. As soon as they see the aggression bottom, smoke, run down there. They get themselves a nice pick.
Fly and Chalice sitting together in the mid lane with all of Liquid up on the high ground here. And now they're wrapping around onto maybe yet again Miracle looking. Gonna find him. Can they get anything done? It's a lot of damage. Yule Scepter. The turnaround is coming though. Burrow Strike. They get the stun only onto GH. Epicenter is out there as well. So this Isle is gone, but so too is the Sand King. And now they find themselves FY kill possibly. Chalice wants to save him. The repel is stolen, and now they repel up Miracle. He's gonna chase this one. X-Nova in trouble and gone yet again.
Level 20 on Queen of Pain this early on. He's now got the spell lifesteal. This man is going to be really hard to bring down from the side of LGD. I thought that I saw maybe actually getting the BKB in this instance, but I know that he has the repel, so he just decided to go for stats S and Y. But definitely hurting him a bit once he just gets ran at by these heroes on the side of Liquid.
So tough to do.
Yeah.
And Roche just goes down in a heartbeat, it feels like. Miracle is incredibly farmed right now. And well, with this tier 2 tower in mid lane, it feels like that might be the option for him, or maybe just farm up a little bit more.
Liquid splitting them up again. Like they're not letting them take those 5v5 engagements. They're just doing like these 3-man rotations, forcing reaction, going elsewhere on the side of the on the other side of the map with the IO relocate. It is looking quite tough for LGD to get those head-on engagements.
Tiny is there mid. Kuro hanging out nearby him. They're thinking about I guess just continuing to farm up the entire enemy side of the map. I mean, that's the thing really for Liquid. You mentioned there's a tri-core, they're in no hurry.
They're happy to farm this. I saw the line drawn by Kuro. He was definitely like, someone push out bottom, the rest of us just farm up the map. The other two lanes are in a pretty good position. They just saw Omni Knight heading toward top, so they're probably assuming that majority, if not all of LGD's up there. So they're gonna claim the bottom side of the map as their own.
Sand just now picked up a gem as well. They do not want to try and smoke or make any play with the possibility of wolves being around them.
Exactly. Especially, and also the wolves, of course, the wolves are the big one, and they just lost like a big advantage on the map, so trying to clear some of that vision out.
Mind control's moving in.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Wants something. Find a kill there though. All mid lane where the tier 2 tower is going to be pushed and taken.
Under attack.
Really hard to get any split push going the opposite direction.
Yeah. It's always scary playing versus an IO lineup and you're trying to split push. That's how you start getting picked off very heavily.
Yeah. Granted, they do have Disruptor, which can sometimes disrupt the fights, but Mechanism on IO right now, 25 minutes in, and again, they're going to go for that Blink Dagger on Ame.
They want to, I mean, it's a little bit similar to last game, but they want to pierce the back lines and they want to kill GH. Just like when he was Coddle, they focused him heavily. It's going to be a similar instance to that.
Yeah, he's been pretty much the one to die. 1 in 8 and 19. Yep. All of his deaths have felt like they've meant something pretty much.
Yeah, but I mean, you could say similar a little bit for X-Nova. He's been punished a little bit more on this poor Disruptor, but it's going to be the nature of it when you're getting ran at by the side of Liquid and you're playing defensively. They can't really get too aggressive.
GH just bullying them back with the spirits as well. But now they're moving forward.
Liquid is suffocating them quite a lot right now. They're farming majority of the map and LGD is just stuck in their base. They got to make some kind of move here.
Literally, they sat on that high ground for like 2 minutes while Liquid just farmed. And now a smoke play. Again, it's GH the one that's sort of
catch here.
Liquid controls in vision. Repel forward. They're going for GH. This is the man they want. FY gets a Burrow Strike onto 2. They relocate away GH completely alone right now. Sonic Wave, SK is gone. Kuro ends up stealing GA. Had Repel already waiting for it right now. There's the turnaround. Kuro not dying for that. Avatar again, it happens. They take down the Shadow Fiend. They're all dead.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Liquid. GG's called. That's it. They can't handle it.
That felt like the desperation smoke. They were just like, we are falling further and further behind. We need to get a big fight coming out here, but Liquid all in position for that one. Man. Wow, that was a brutal performance coming out from Liquid. They played that game incredibly fast.